Hey everybody, it's Barbara, and today we are going to do a little bit of a double review. We're starting, and mostly the furniture is from the Meiji ReMent Meiji chocolate set. As you can see, it's set around the holidays, but they don't actually use the word Christmas. There's a lot of construction that has to go on with this set. In terms of paper construction, that, as you know, I don't like doing and I didn't do, but we'll go through the pieces anyway to talk about which ones are better. I also have combined with this another set that is not exactly new. It's kind of new. It's kind of not new. This is the Meika miniature collection. It's their second in the series. These are like fancier chocolates and cakes that you give to people when you go to a housewarming. We'll go through all of this in a second. I just want to very quickly show you the layout. Well, there my mini-me is. And I have most of the Meiji on the black table. And of course, as you can see, as usual, the ReMent is hopelessly out of scale. Obviously, nobody can sit in those chairs. Most of the Meika is on the wood table, although the heater and the teapot from the Meiji set is on the table as well. And as you can see, there are little boxes that I had to construct of chocolate. And we will go through that. I think I'm only going to show you just a couple very quickly. I will set my hands up, and I will show you very quickly, not really my hands, but you guys know what I mean. I will show you a couple of the boxes. Most of the boxes are the same size. And then I will go back and show you the little pieces that are supposed to be in them. This is called a Melty Kiss, and it's about the size of what a Jell-O box would be, and that's a pretty close size. There are many different candy bars. That's the box for them. And then this would be like, you know, when you have the Hershey bar and you can break off the little pieces. Again, that's pretty spot on how it would look. There's a box for tarts, you know, the tart drops. And then there's one that I guess would be, I'm not sure what these would be the American equivalent of, but there you go. Okay. So what I think I'm going to do for the Meijis is to go through this one by one and to show you. Again, as you know, each blind box also comes with, again, this is what the blind boxes all look like. They tell you potentially what you're going to get. And I think what I'm going to do, as I said, is I'm going to go through this by the pieces. So here is the first set, and you have, it's mostly, again, you have some almonds, she's evidently working for a chocolate company, you have some swizzle sticks. Let's go ahead and take a look. The laptop would almost be like a mini book or like a mini book Pro. But as you can see, it is appropriate to her. There's also, in this set, glasses, which are, of course, chocolate colored. Haha. What other color would they be, ladies and gentlemen? And these are entirely too small. I don't want to chance it too. I'm curious. I kind of want to put them on. Oh, it's not terrible, but it's not going to stay. Which is a shame, because these would actually look really nice on her if they were a little bit longer or her face was a little bit narrower. So depending on the doll, this could work as glasses. Now, as I said, I'm also going to go through this. There is a coffee cup, which would be a small in Starbucks, and the almond set, which I did not do. But these are like, you know, little almond bites. And if you're curious to see, I set up a tray here of basically all the little bits and pieces, because they are very tiny, most of them. So I put them all on what actually is not a tray, but I decided to do it that way. So let's go ahead. This is what one of the almond bites would look like. And of course it is bite size. There are also these, almost I want to say like chocolate cigarettes or chocolate pens. Could you imagine if they made like a stylus in chocolate? No work was done today. And this is the box for the chocolate stylus. The second set, it's either a desk calendar or a tablet. You have the clock and you have some chocolates. So the clock, as you can see, is right here. I put that. It's almost like it's a nice little table clock. You cannot move the hands, so it's permanent. So it'll only be right twice a day. Bunch. I did say there was a tablet. Again, she works in the chocolate business, so here that is. It's almost like a Kindle size, which is sort of appropriate given Kinder chocolate. This is, I guess this is to say that this is 72% dark chocolate, and they say that really you don't want to go much above 80, because 80 then is very dark and very not tasty, I guess. To it, you have this very tiny, again, like, because it is so strong, the dark chocolate. There is also, very strangely enough, and I'm really not sure why they did it this way, oops, but there is a chocolate log, almost like a salami, except it's chocolate and nuts, I think. And this is the cutting board. And it does come with a knife that I guess you would specifically use to cut chocolate. The next one probably has the most annoying sized pieces in terms of the small pieces of candy. These are always very tricky to cut out. I'm not even sure if you can see that I have one. Here you go. They come in blue. There's all different colors: blue, red, orange, yellow, green, black, and lavender. Let's see if I can pick up the lavender. And the case for it, or the container for it, is you would pop them in here. The interesting thing about this is that if you wanted to, you could take the paper off and repurpose this into anything, like an air freshener or hairspray. It's the right perspective. Now you also get, and I think I showed you this as one of the, I said they were tarts. This is, This is one of the tarts. Very tiny. Like I said, these are very tiny pieces. If you have young children, if you have animals, this is going to be a tricky set. You can't really leave this one on display. Now, for some reason, this set also comes with, of all things, a camera. And this is the right proportion, children, if you remember that there used to be a thing called a camera and it didn't always appear on your phone. It's too short to go around her neck. But this is a good, like, if you want to put it around her wrist, it works. It also comes with a very nice journal, which is, of course, at this moment made itself scarce. Here it is. A very nice journal. And if I had been a little bit more careful, I could have put in the paper, but I didn't. So here's the notebook. This one is very intensive because you would have to, like, and now I'm thinking about it, I remember it. They actually show you how to cut it out, and I just, no, not about to do that. The last piece is this very tiny purse into which the journal will go. But it's very small it's almost like a purse. The journal will go in there, a wallet would go in there, not much else. So you have that piece. The next piece is this heater, which I thought could also double if you want to go down that road, ladies and gentlemen. You can double it as a air purifier, because that's what it kind of looks like to me too. This is the tea kettle. Interesting kettle because you don't usually see them in orange or like an earthen toned, or it's made to feel like it's earthen clay. But that's how it would look. And this is again where we would have these containers. And these. Or these, depending on the box. Very tiny again, like I said. Definitely not putting it. Now, interestingly, on here, they show you 2 mugs. But there was only one in the packaging, so I think it was basically to tell you that one side, it looks like a mushroom, and the other side looks like the other kind of nut, which is kind of cute. Then we have this frying pan with which you would make s'mores, with which you would make s'mores. Again, here is the slide, which I did not do, but in here is some chocolate. And then you would just break these apart, possibly like this. And while you're cooking these little treats for yourself, you would be sitting in a chair that not even Kelly or Tommy of Mattel Land could use. But you will notice next to it is a pot with which you could make, with white chocolate, melting white chocolate. Some hot chocolate. And again, the white chocolate. So if you are a candy person, this works. This is a cute set. Now this is where this all gets very interesting with this one, because this one is supposed to be artistic. Now, please note, everybody, and I said this is a tray and I put everything on here. This is actually the frame. And the pictures are right here. This is Artsy Fartsy Chocolate Part 1. You have a little wine with it, or this is supposed to be, you know, they're now, whoops. People are now serving wine. I had the wine drop. It took a walk. I don't know where it went. But that's okay. And then again, we have the very little pieces of dark chocolate, or pieces like this. Pieces like, oops, pieces like this. And again, to represent the very fancy, this is almost like, I want to say, yeah, this is almost like Giardella. Venezuelan and Peruvian chocolates. It's almost like Giardella, which is Italian, so it's not quite. And you also get this lovely plant. The pot, the dirt comes out of the pot. The leaves are, you can arrange them any way you'd like. They don't stay very well. Again, see, don't have pets, don't have small children. It's a pain in the neck. But if you're going to have a pot in a plant scene, that's not terrible. You will note again that I've been using the table. The table appears in the final set. The table is very, very small. You'd almost use it as a footrest. It does come with the candle. They love their tea candles. I don't know why ReMent is so into tea candles, but they love their tea candles. Go figure. And this is where, again, as I said, you have the very tiny little pieces. The melty. And the parvis. I don't see the parvis. I don't know where the parvis went. I may not have cut that one out. Nope, I didn't, because there it is. So that is very labor intensive to put together. It's very cute if you like the details. But, oh yes, by the way, there are two more pieces, little pieces of chocolate here. And these, I believe, are the pieces that go with, yes, these are the pieces that go with the Peruvian and Venezuelan chocolate. They're very cute. There's a nice amount of detailing here, but it's very labor intensive. And again, if you have a small child, or if you have, if you like things already done, this may not be the best set for you to get. Let's also now talk about, go from, and I have to hold it, the Meiji to the Meika set, which is again, as I said, is over here on this table. For some reason, they call this peas. P's are actually T's. Large tea bag, large tea bag, large tea bag. I have no idea why they couldn't just use the word tea. This is the boxes don't actually tell you what, the boxes don't really tell you what's there. So I'm just going to show you the handout. It's also not in English, as you can see. The second one is this lovely set in a tin. And I can only suppose that these are supposed to be like gummies or sweets like that. Strawberry, lime, lemon, possibly cherry. I'm not sure. It's very cute. The third set's called Fancy. The pieces I don't really think come out. But as you can see, this is very much like a Valentine's or a Christmas set. The fourth set, I'm going to go ahead and say, even though this is probably a New Year set because it has cats, and cats are usually good luck. Perhaps Easter. And then the final set, we all have these lovely tins of cookies that, and then your grandmother turns them into, or you keep the sewing kits. This one does have a couple of loose pieces. And this is mixed nuts. And that is the Meika set. The Meika set comes in a box, and I lied. It does tell you on the sides. 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. The thing is, when you get this box, because the box is like this is the sample box. This is the box it comes in. I actually wound up with a whole bunch of extras. So please do not be surprised, folks, if you see me in the coming days putting these up for sale. Because I have plenty of extras, and I will happily share said extras. So again, this is the usual part of the night where I say, do you get this? The Meiji Re-Ment set, it's cute. I mean, it is very cute for what it is. It's very cute. It's supposed to be this very nice, cozy winter scene. It's very cute. If you want to get it, like I said, very cute. But it's very labor intensive. There's very small pieces. There's like very easy to lose little pieces of chocolate. So if you don't already have, by this point, like something with like a s'mores or a hot chocolate, that's cool to get. If you have the patience to make these little boxes, they're cool to make. Go right ahead. Otherwise, this is this one you might want to take a pass on. Now, for the Meikas are cool, but the Meikas, again, it wasn't terribly hard to get this box, but you get a whole bunch of them in here. And there are only 5 sets, so you're going to wind up with double. So that might be a case where you want to get the box, but then split it with your buddy, and then you can all get what you want. So I'm sorry to say that even though there's a lot of chocolate and there's a lot of sweet here, I'm not giving it a particularly sweet review. I'm going to say that these are definitely sets that you would want to get, but you also probably would want to split with your friends. So for me, Barbara, and for Re-Ment and Meika, Meiji and Meika, I will see you in my next review. We're going to stick with the Re-Ment, and we're going to move on to a Moomin winter scene. I've completely flipped over the fall and gone right to winter because nobody needs the pumpkin spice. You're welcome, America. All right, guys. I'll see you in my next review. Take care. Bye-bye.